Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Marlene Dietrich is a Hollywood rarity. Her success story is the only one of its kind I know. You've heard of our screen Cinderellas, the girls who had to go on the stage to make a living or to support a destitute family. But it was love of acting alone that brought Marlene first to the theaters of Berlin and Vienna and inevitably to Hollywood. It was Max Reinhardt who gave Miss Dietrich her first chance on the stage and thereby launched one of the most glittering careers of our time. Recently, in Vienna and London, thousands jammed the squares in front of her hotels, cheering her wildly. To protect her from the crowd's enthusiasm, London's heroic bobbies worked overtime. When Miss Dietrich left, it was remarked by a great London newspaper that, although we, her devoted slaves, regret her departure, it is said that Scotland Yard detectives are toasting it in nightclubs and looking forward to a long holiday. The Lux Radio Theater's presentation of Desire. And here come our players, Marlene Dietrich and Herbert Marshall, with Otto Kruger and Jeffrey Tilbury. Our scene is the Paris branch of the Bronson Automobile Factory. In the manager's elaborate office, a young man paces the floor angrily, talking to himself in loud, threatening tones. He's rehearsing a speech he's going to deliver to the boss. Turning suddenly, he leans across the manager's desk and points a menacing finger at the empty chair.
Now look here, Mr. Gibson. You're not going to stop me, and no one else is going to stop me. I'm going on this vacation whether you like it or not. And if you want to throw me out, why don't you? What's that? Now, why do you bring up arguments like that? What? Yes, I know you brought me over from Paris to London, but you didn't do it for my sake. You did it because you wanted a good engineer, Mr. Gibson, and I've done my job. I've been designing Bronson Motors for the last 3 years, and I need a rest. No? Oh. Well, let me tell you this, Mr. Gibson. I'm not going back to London before I've had my vacation, and that's final. Right.
Good morning, Tom.
Oh, morning, Mr. Gibson.
Well, Tom, it's all right. You can have your vacation.
I can have... Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. You've done a fine job. Everyone in London recognizes that. But they want you back home for the 15th at the latest.
The 15th? That gives me 2 weeks.
Where are you going?
Italy.
Oh, yes?
That's where I've always wanted to go, ever since I was old enough to know about it. Milan, Florence, Livorno, Napoli. All those places I've read about and never had a chance to see. And I'll have 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks in Italy.
Fine, fine. And to show you how much we appreciate your services, we are lending you a car for your trip.
That's great.
But we thought we might just as well utilize you for a little publicity. You won't mind putting one of these signs in the car, will you?
A sign? Well,
Now, let's see. Which one is the best? I am delighted to drive a Bronson 8. No. I am glad to drive a Bronson 8. It's difficult to decide.
Must be quite a strain, Mr. Gibson.
I am delighted. I am glad. Well, which do you like?
Personally, I prefer happy.
Happy. Happy. I'm happy to drive a Bronson 8. Why, that's splendid, splendid. We have our slogan now. I'm happy to drive a Bronson 8.
I'm delighted to drive a Bronson 8. I'm glad to drive a Bronson 8. I'm happy to drive a Bronson 8.
Whoa! Sacré nom d'une pique. Espèce d'abruti. Look at that foot fender.
It's all right, old man. No damage done.
No damage done, huh? No damage done. Look at that butt fender. It is bent in two.
Well, so is mine. I'm perfectly willing to pay for it.
If you do not know anything about cars, why do you drive?
Sorry, I'm just a beginner.
You should take lessons then.
Albert, come back here.
But, madame?
At once, please.
There, you see. The lady wants you to get back into your car.
Albert.
Oh, I'm coming, madame.
Sorry, Albert. Tell the lady it was my fault.
Get in, Albert.
Yes, madame.
Now drive on.
Yes, madame.
I've told you 20 times not to pick quarrels, Albert.
You do not have to address me as your footman now. There is no one listening.
All the same, the advice is good.
That Britisher is a fool.
We don't stop to argue with fools. Not when we are carrying a string of pearls worth 2 million francs.
Huh? You have the pearls with you? They are in the car?
Yes.
Why was I not told? I thought our plan was to mail them to Italy.
Our plan is to take them to Italy.
Oh, but it is dangerous. We may be stopped by the police.
Not if you will drive slowly and carefully. So far as the jeweler knows, these pearls were purchased on credit by Madame Potquet. By the time he discovers I was not Madame Potquet, we'll be across the border into Italy.
Where do we pick up Carlos and Olga?
Carlos at the Hotel Milan. We'll meet Olga later at the villa.
I do not like this. Carrying those pearls, it is too risky. Now, what if the police...
Albert, keep your eyes on the road.
When I'm driving, you say to go slow. When you are driving, it is something different, eh, Madeleine?
We are safe here, and I'm driving carefully. What did that last sign read?
Badonekia, 5 kilometers.
Baronekia, that's the Italian border. You must be almost there.
Yes. But you may not be so safe when the custom officers search your handbag.
It's only the luggage they're interested in.
You think so? Oh, well. Be careful, that man on the road. Hey! Hey! You almost hit that man.
He shouldn't stand in the middle of the road taking pictures.
Madeleine, I just remember. You know who he was? That man back there on the road?
Who?
The Britisher. The one who bumped into us in Paris.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, you do not see what happened? When you pass him, you drive through some mud puddle. He was covered up from head to foot with mud. That is very funny, no?
We are coming into town. Please try to act like a chauffeur, Albert.
Oh, yes, madame. Where do we go now?
To the customs office. You'll come with me.
Form a line to the right, signore. All luggage must be inspected. Ladies will open all handbags, please. A line to the right, signore.
You hear, Madeleine? They inspect everything today. All the women's luggage.
Be quiet.
What will you do with the pearls?
Be quiet, I say.
Officer, I'm looking for the owner of that white roadster outside.
I'm sorry, signore. I do not know.
Where is he? That's all I want to know. Where is he?
Here, monsieur.
Oh, you. We meet again, mademoiselle.
I'm sorry I splashed you with mud. It was unintentional.
Oh, it's quite all right, really. It was silly of me to make a fuss about it. Well, you know how these things get you for a moment.
Of course. You're passing your luggage through the customs?
Yes. Is this the line?
I'm the last one. You may go before me if you wish.
Oh, thanks, but I wouldn't want...
Oh, it's nothing. I'm not quite ready yet.
Well, very well.
Who is the next, please? Will you come this way, signore?
Right with you. Thanks again, mademoiselle.
Madeleine, quick. Before they search your bag, we'd better go.
It'll be all right now, Albert.
But the pearls?
The pearls are in the Englishman's pocket.
What?
I put them in his coat pocket when I spoke to him.
Are you mad? Now, how are you going to get them back again?
I'll get them back. I go on alone from here, Albert. I'll meet him on the road. You get in touch with Carlos by telephone. Tell him I see him at the Hotel Milan in 2 days.
Entendu.
I'm happy to drive a Bronson 8. I'm happy and glad and delighted. Delighted to drive... Whoa! Hello there.
Oh, good afternoon, monsieur.
What's the matter? Are you stuck?
Yes. There's something wrong with my car.
I'll have a look at it.
Thank you.
Let's see now. How did this happen?
I bumped over a rock.
Must have been an awfully big one. I'd swear that carburetor was hit with a monkey wrench.
You can't fix it, monsieur.
Not without spare parts.
Well,
What are you going to do?
I'll just leave it here and send back for it tomorrow. Would you give me a lift?
Why, of course. Delighted. Delighted, mademoiselle. I'll put your grips on my carrier.
Thank you, monsieur. Aren't you a little cold, monsieur?
Oh, not a bit, no. Why?
Driving so long without your coat?
No, don't worry about me. I'm all right.
Where is it?
What?
Your coat.
Oh, I put it back in my grip.
Oh,
Nice country, isn't it?
beautiful.
You know, I'm glad you had that accident.
Are you?
Very glad.
Do you think our luggage is safe back there on the carrier?
Who cares?
But
Don't you worry. I put yours on the bottom. If you hear anything fall, it's my suitcase. You've nothing to worry about.
Oh, that's fine. You know, I'm really lucky. If I hadn't found you, I'd still be standing there in the middle of the road instead of being on my way to Milan.
Is that where we're going?
We?
Sure. I'll drive you there.
I am lucky.
You're lucky. You mean I am. Having you with me.
Thank you.
You're very charming, you know. Or did you know?
Very difficult question to answer.
You know what I wish would happen? That you would lose your suitcase. I would lose my suitcase. We would lose the car and be stranded here for 10 days without a soul around us. I can't help it. That's my idea of a real vacation.
Monsieur.
Look out there. That's Italy. The birds are singing, the sun is shining.
And you are probably taking a cold.
Does that really worry you?
It does.
Why?
I'm just selfish.